Hello, welcome back everybody to your virtual karate class by PSP. My name is Sensei Danny. I will be working with you today and working on martial art techniques. Okay? So, as every class, we will bow in, hands go forward, not down, so they stay in front of your solar plexus, and you come back. So for a beginner class, we want to make sure that everybody has the basics, okay? As you can see, my elbows on a parallel line, okay? They're not drooping down. They're nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. I look in front, I bow, I push my hands forward, and I bring back. Okay. So, if I'm explaining something to you, what I like you to really do is try to understand the concept of what we're doing. It's not simply just doing a technique, but there's a technique to go with what you're doing, okay? So whether it's a kick or a punch or a block, or we're doing a kata, you remember what a kata is, right? A kata is you're going through movements, a sequence, against an imaginary opponent, not one opponent, but opponents. And in the first part we showed you, I showed you MP form, which meant elbow, okay? So we're gonna go through the basics of MP form again for the first, second, and third opponent. Then we're gonna go through 4, 5, and 6, and how to finish the kata, okay? Once we're done that, we're going to be going through footwork. Once again, we have to work on our footwork because your footwork is the most important thing when you're fighting somebody. It's a matter of not backing up too much, not opening up too much, but using your feet. If you're not kicking, you should be on the ball of your foot with your back foot. And then you can try this on both sides, all right? If you're left-handed, then you go on your right. If you're right-handed, you go on your left. But not necessarily. Some competitors, some fighters like to do, if they're left-handed, they'll fight on the right or they'll fight on the left. And right-hand fighters will do the same thing. They might use their right lead forward, or they might put their left leg forward, okay? All right, so that's as much for footwork. Then we're gonna go through a combination. We're gonna try to put this together. We're gonna get away from front kick, and you remember with front kick, I told you, there's a 4 count when you're doing a front, any kick. Doesn't matter what kick you're doing. It's not, you do not want to raise your foot straight up like this to do a kick. You want to chamber your knee. So I'm going to chamber my knee and then decide what kick I want to do. As long as I chamber my knee, that's the best thing. Okay? Chamber knee and kick out. Bring your knee back high in case you need it to do another kick, and then put it down. Okay? So it would be like if I did 1, 2, 3, oh, hit him again, and now down. Okay, hit her. Same thing. All right? All good competitors try to use a combination of everything. Now I'm gonna explain something to you. Everything is in balance. Balance means when I'm in my stance and I want to kick, I'm doing it on an angle so that you can see exactly what my rear foot is going to do, which is very important, is as I lift my left leg on my side, as I lift it, I'm gonna pivot my heel towards my target, okay? I'm not gonna leave my foot here and lift because I don't really have good balance right now, okay? But by bringing your heel towards the opponent gives you more balance because it's the length of your foot. If you keep it straight, then that's what you have for balance. Pivot your foot and you have more balance. Not only do you have balance, you have your hips are out straight on both sides. They're not broken in where this one is forcing to go out. All right? So that's very important as well too. Then when we go into a combination, I always say that if you're not kicking, okay, you're in a nice stance, feet are a little wider than your shoulders, okay, my left hand takes care of everything in front of me. My rear hand takes anything that's going to come around to me. All right? So what I do is if I'm not kicking, watch my rear foot here. My right foot here, okay? Is I keep it up on the ball of the foot. You see that? Okay. So I keep it up on the ball of the foot. So when we're going to do footwork later, we're going to be doing footwork to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back. We've done this before, but we're going to do it again just to enhance it so that it gets better. Okay? We're going to be working at a faster pace as well too. Okay? So now we got our footwork getting going. Now I said we were working on combinations. So a combination basically is if I do so what do I call my front leg if I throw it at an opponent? It's called my lead leg. This leads. My hand in front is my lead hand. Everything, the other two obviously are your power punch or power kick. Okay? So now that we have that down, what we want to do with a combination, remembering the rules. Pivot, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your foot down, lift the rear heel, and throw your punch. Now notice my guard, my left hand, it is here in front. It's not on a 45-degree angle like this. It's actually protecting my solar plexus, and my punch is in front of my guard. Not beside it, but in front of it. Okay? So that's good too. All right. So before we get going, and then like I said, we're going to be doing empty form. I'm going to show you a couple of self-defense techniques as well too that you can practice on your own. And if it's with your loved one or a child or whatever, work gently with them, not to discourage them and not to discourage yourself. And if it doesn't work, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Always be careful that when you're doing a wrist lock, an elbow lock, that you control yourself not to hurt the other person. That is a very important matter. Okay? So once we do that, we've done our self-defense, we'll be closing down, and I will see you the next class. But for now, we're going to start a little warm-up. So in order to start a warm-up, we're stretching. We got to warm up our body, get our blood circulation going, get our bodies, our muscles, and everything going. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with jumping jacks. So feet together, and we're going to go. Ready? Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Okay, that's a little bit. All right, so now jogging on the spot. I'm going to show you from the side. I'm not lifting my knees right now. I'm just trying to get a little speed. We're going to keep going. Hands by my side, fists are closed, and I'm running. And then I'm going to increase it by lifting my knees. There you go. Nice. Good. And you can try it. Side to side, front to back, ends on the spot. Good job. Keep it up. Okay, and down. Good job. All right. Now, let's warm up our body from head to toe. So, we're going to work with our head rotations. Remember, left, right. Okay? So, left to right to back, back to left. Okay, so here we go. Everybody ready? Hey, left, front, right, back, left, right. And now we'll pick up the pace. If you're getting dizzy, pick a spot in front of you and stare at it all through the exercise. Other way, hey. And we're going to say no, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And in front. Now up and down. And good. Now we're going to work on our shoulders. So drop your hands down to your front of your thighs and let your hands slide. Don't hold your thighs. And bring your shoulders up, front, and down. Up, front, and down. A little faster. And stop. Now we're going to go backwards. You hear that cracking? That's a good crack. Okay. Now we're going to move to our elbows. Put your arms out straight. Not down here. Shoulder height. Try to leave your elbows stationary. Bring your fists in together. Palms face you. Down. They turn out and around. Face you. And we pick it up. Good job. That's it. See, you got it. And stop. Other way out. Face you. Out. Face you. Keep your elbows up. And pick it up. And good. Wrists. Turn them in, turn them out. Fingers. Open, close, open, close, open, close. And keep them going. See, I got my hands up. They're not down here. They're up here. And they're working. I'm actually using my legs to shift from side to side as well. Okay, so my bottom part of my body stays warm. All right, okay, and now we're going to work our waistline. So now I'm going to ask you to open your legs a little wider, a little bit wider than your shoulders. And you're going to go down to the left. Keep your back straight. Come to the front. Go to the right. Go up the left. Lean back. And start over. And pick it up a little bit. If you're getting dizzy, it's the same thing. Pick a point in front of you. Stare at the point all the way through the exercise. And the other way. Right, front, left. Left up, back, down to the right, front, to the left, back, and pick it up. You're doing good, guys and girls. Okay. So now we got that. You just want to shake it out a little bit. There we go. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to work on the knees. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands on our knees like we did before. Legs are straight. Hands are on your knees. So you want the palm, this part here on your knees. You don't want the fingertips on your knees. You want the palm on your knees. All right, so legs are straight. We're going to lean to the left, front, right, back, left, front, right, and back. Okay? Once we've done that once, we go to the right this time. Right, front, left, back, legs straight, right, front, left, back. Okay, so now what we want to do is pick up the pace a little bit, okay? So it actually integrates with working with your knees, okay? If you do it slowly, it's not really doing anything. It's just mingling with your exercise. You want to enhance your exercise. So we're going to start going to the left. Legs are straight. Palms are on your knees. I'm going to go left, front, right, back. Left, front, right, back. And then the opposite way. And switch. And switch. And switch. Very good. Okay. So that's for my knees. Now, let's work on our hips, our inner legs as well too, and we're working on muscles. So, like riding a horse, you're in a horse stance. You don't stand on a horse like this, right? You got a nice, big, beautiful horse. Your feet stay straight. Don't let them turn outwards. Keep your body centered. Your feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. And you're going to sit down, keeping your back and shoulders back. Not towards the front, but straight. And sit down and hold. Take your hands on the inside of your knees, on the inside, and push them out. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now stay as low as you are. Put your hands on your knees and don't come up. Do not come up in your stance. Stay down and just push back. Keep your back straight, nice and flat. And then start over. Bring it back in. Bum comes to the front. Hands push out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last one. Stay nice and low. And good. Release. Stand up. Shake your legs out. Lift your knees. Good job. You guys are awesome. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna work on our ankles, last part. So I'm gonna ask you to put your hands on your hips, hold, lift up and down, up and down, up and down, up, 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 down. Good. All right, we got it. Okay, so now time to do a little stretching. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left by turning my hips and lifting my rear leg. Bending, this leg will stay straight and this leg will bend, okay? You don't want to lean over your knee. You want to lean with your knee, okay? So I said it was straight. It's not really straight, but it's bent a little bit for good support. Now, look at my front foot, okay? If I was doing the same exercise and my front foot was straight like this, you might find it hard for balance. And always try to make sure that your feet are apart from each other, not one behind each other, but apart, okay? And when I go down, my front foot here, I don't really leave it facing the front. I turn it just a little bit on an angle so that when I go down, I have balance, okay? As opposed to keeping it straight, then I'm trying to find my balance. So let it turn out a little bit and hold down and try to go as low as you can and hold. Keep your shoulders, your waist straight, facing the front and up. Good job. Okay, switch legs. Right leg in front. Okay, here we go. Remember what I said with the front foot? Rear heel is up in the air. I'm on the ball of my foot and back. And my right foot that's in front, I turn it slightly inside. And I go down in the middle here. And I hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay, so we started warming up our legs now. Shake out your arms so they don't fall asleep, because you're going to need them. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to spread our legs apart, way wider than our shoulders, but not a split position. Okay, just a nice wide position that you can hold. We're going to take 2 hands, go to our left leg, but the most important hand that you need to use is not your left hand to your left leg. It's your right hand that needs to lower before your left leg. Now, if you can't grab your ankle, there's no problem. Go as low as you can. For example, I'm just below my knee, and grab the other one, your right hand, and pull with your right hand, and hold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. Stay low. Now both hands grab each ankle, and if you can't grab the ankles, grab the middle of your shin or as low as you can go, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now transfer to the right. Left hand goes below the right hand and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, if you wish, you can put your hands on the floor, your fingertips on the floor, bring your heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, and stand up, and bring your legs in, shake them out. Very good. Okay, so normally, if you're gonna start, we did 20 seconds on the stretching, okay? 10 seconds on the other ones. You wanna increase this as you go. So you did 20, you wanna try to get to 30. So 30 to the left, 30 to the front, 30 to the right, okay? Now, once we've warmed up our body, we need to get going now, okay? Let's consider ourselves warmed up. You got a little sweat going on? You know I do. Okay, so right now, the first kick you're gonna learn, and being basics, I'm gonna bring this chair over here, and I'm gonna turn it. And this is for beginners only, okay? Not for advanced students. And even beginners have been known not to use a chair. So, remember what I said about a front kick, right? Let me push this back. Okay, remember what I said about a front kick. Okay, the reason why I want my rear heel that's on the floor, instead of leaving it facing to my right, I want to bring my heel on a 45-degree angle to the front, facing that way, so that I can turn my hips completely to the front. If I leave my foot here, I don't have balance. And your chair is only to give you balance right now. Okay? So, push the heel out a bit, but do not bring your rear foot facing the front. Leave it on that angle there. So now, let's take that stance again. Both feet are out, facing this way. As I lift my front knee, which we call a chamber, you chamber your knee, you bring your heel, not backwards, okay? Because a lot of people think that other kicks, you're going to be bringing your heel inwards to the front. Right now, we're not doing that because we're doing a front kick. So what I'm going to do is, as I chamber my knee, I bring my heel in a bit. So my foot, supporting foot, is on a 45-degree angle. My knee is up. So I've done, how many counts are there in a kick to do a kick? You remember? Yes, 4 counts. 1 is knee up, 2 is kick out, 3 is knee back, and 4 is put your foot back on the floor and pivot your foot back so it's nice and straight. You don't leave it like on an angle like this. You actually bring it back to its original position. Okay? So, if you want, take the chair. Don't lean on the chair though. Let me turn it. Okay, so I don't want to be doing this on the chair. I actually want to stay standing straight. It's just to support you so you can practice your kick. All right, so we're ready? Okay, so 1 is pivot the foot and lift your knee at the same time, chamber. So remember, you're going to the front. So your foot has to come, your toes come forward on a 45-degree angle as you turn your body and chamber your knee up. So you're facing the front. Don't lean on the chair. Kick out. And you see I hit, so basically on the front kick, I'm going to show you low so you can see, okay, is my foot is not up in the air like this. My foot is actually pointed to the front and my toes are brought back. And what I want to hit with is the ball of my foot. I don't want my heel to be involved in this. You want your foot pointed out, kick, brought back, and down. Up, out, point your foot, bring your toes back, back, and down. Okay, so we're good. Are you ready now? Show me this. Here we go. Ready? You have a chair, no chair. If you're not using the chair, as you lift your knee, bring your toes inwards on a 45. So up, knee out, 2, kick, 3, back, 4, down. And don't forget to pivot your foot so it's back straight to a starting position. Okay? Don't leave your toes. I'll move this foot so you can see. Don't leave your toes on a 45-degree angle. As you bring your foot down, you bring your foot back. Okay? Now show me that again. I'm going to watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to pivot that foot. Good. Okay? And keep your hands up. You don't want your hands wobbling like this or you're opening like this. Because if I was an opponent to you and I saw you doing that, I'd say, okay, I'm going to let you kick and your hands are way out here. Where do you think I'm going to go to? Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So you always want to make sure that your guard stays in front. It doesn't move. Remember, your front hand takes care of anything that's coming at you on a straight line. Okay? It can also work on the side, on the other side, but mainly it's to keep your opponent away from you. So if I bring my hand back here, I'm allowing my opponent to come in close to me. That's not what I want. I want to keep him or her at bay. That's as close as you come to me. Right there. Okay? Then he or she throws a kick at me, I can block the kick with my front hand. And notice, if I block, I don't stand here and block. Stand here and block. No. What I do is, when a kick is coming at me, I step back, heel up with my rear foot. And then I come back to my stance. So I'm in my fighting stance. Kick comes, block. Now, your rear hand takes care of anything that comes in a circular motion to your right, or if you're fighting left-handed, anything that comes to your left with your backhand. Right hand will take care of the front, okay? And keep the person at bay away from you. Not allow the person into you. Okay, so now we have front kick. Show me again. Are you ready? Support, no support, hands up. Here we go. 1, lift and pivot your foot on the floor. Good. 2, kick. 3, bring back, nice and high, chamber, and down. And pivot your foot back to the side, your rear foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to do 10 kicks on one side and then reverse it, 10 kicks on the opposite side. Okay? All right. So, now that we got through front kick, we're going to try and put that together. So what we call this is a combination. So, because I'm doing a front kick with my front leg, we call that a lead leg. That leads into whatever's going to happen. Whether you go backwards or you go frontwards, that's a matter of situation that you are in with your opponent. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up, you're You're gonna do your front kick, out, land, turn your heel up and back, nice and high on the ball of your foot, heel all the way up, not halfway up, all the way up. You're gonna bring in your left elbow to protect yourself and throw a reverse punch right in front of your forearm. Not beside your forearm, in front of your forearm. And then you're gonna bring it all back to your guard and heel down, and you're in the fighting stance again. Okay, so remember what I said. Don't forget to move your foot in back for balance. So bring your toes in, right? Okay, as you bring it in, lift your lead leg. See? Want to see if you remembered. Okay, so 1, heels in, 2, kick, down, heel up and back, hips, turn straight to the front, straight, not on an angle, straight, and shoulders are straight, not like this, but facing the front, right? Okay, guard in and punch, return, remember, keep this front hand and put your heel down and back. Feet are facing the same direction, that way, okay? Not, you didn't leave it like on a 45-degree angle to do a kick. Okay, so we're doing good then. All right, so this is your drill now. Are you ready? Okay, let's pick up the pace a bit. All right, so you're in fighting stance. Hey, 1, that's right. 2, back. Ready, step back. Good, okay. Hey, 1, down, 2, and back. Good job. Here we go again. Hey, 1, 2. Good. Now you want to try and put it together so it's not robotic. Okay? You want it to flow. So you strike and punch. But don't forget the rules. But the feet and the hips and the shoulders. All right? My focus is on my opponent. My hands in front. Remember? Keep your distance between you and your opponent. So we're going to go a little faster. Here we go. Hey! And back. Hey! Hey! Good job. All right. So that's your combination for today. What I want to go through now is going to be what we call a back fist. Okay? A back fist is a punch that you throw at your opponent, but not in the front, like a jab. What you want to do is, I'm going to stand on a 45-degree angle again. My hand is out here. I don't bring my hand back to go forward. I go from where it is, and I do a half circle. Right here, out, and to the temple. So you really want to stop on this side of your head, not in the middle of your face or over here. You want to stop right there on the outside of your temple, and then you bring it back to your guard. So let's try it. What do we do with the rear foot? As I do my exercise, hey, out, lift the heel and back, turn a little bit to the front, and then turn back to the side, heel down. Hey, heel up, half circle, stop on the right side of your temple if you're using your right hand. If you're on the left side because you're a southpaw, then it's the opposite. You go left or right hand right to your temple on the left side. Not here and not here. Right here. Okay? And you bring it back to your guard. Don't forget to lift your heel as you do your punch. So, on the left side, we're here. You can always practice both sides anyhow. one thing I forgot to tell you. When you're throwing a punch with your lead hand, look at my body. Look at my body. I throw something there. Look at all this. That's all a target. So, as I throw my punch, my rear hand comes in front to protect my body. And then it backs up to my solar plexus. See, my hand's here. My rear hand is here, not back here. That's not helping me back there. I need to keep it up here. So when I do my strike, lift my heel up, hand comes out, and back fist to the temple. Everybody see that? Okay, good. I know it's not easy to start, but you will get the hang of it as you practice. That's what I'm saying. If you practice 10 times each side, and then bring it up to 15 times each side, and then bring it up to 20 times each side, that should be about the maximum that you should do, okay? Unless you're crazy like me, and you're gonna go 30, 40, and 50, that's your choice. But that's only one technique, remember. That's just one back fist. You also have reverse punch that we practice in horse stance, tiger's claw to the eyes, right? 2-finger poke to the throat. Fingers are together, remember, to the throat. Then you have 2-finger poke to the eyes where the fingers are apart, and strike, and strike, and strike. And then you have palm heel, okay? Palm heel meaning leopard strike. So if you remember correctly, from the side, I'm pushing the bottom of the palm of my hand in front of my mouth. My fingers are touching the palm of my hand, and my thumb is on the side. If you put your thumb under here and you strike something, you're going to break your own finger. So you want to keep it nice and straight on the side. So you have palm heel, palm heel, palm heel, palm heel, palm heel. Now we just threw in back fist. So from a fighting stance, back fist, back fist, back fist, right? Yes? Good. Then we have front kick, block, and punch. All right? So your front leg is creating an opening or an attack, and your intention is to follow up with a reverse punch. So one kick, out, boom, and back. All right? That's good for today. Next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing empty form all along, and we're going to be doing self-defense, and then we'll be moving on with more techniques. So to everybody, I want to say, bow out, hey, and thank you for being here today. Be well.
Be sure to like and share our virtual recreation videos to all of your social media platforms.